This video is going to go through the day 3 warm-up. If you haven't yet done the warm-up, I recommend that you go do that now before you actually watch this video. But if you've already done it and you just want to see why you missed some answers, this would be a good place to look. So these first ones on page number 1, I'll deal with rule number 1. So you're going to be looking for a coordinating conjunction, which you remember by the acronym FANBOYS. So in this one, it's the A and that we see here. We'll look on both sides to see if both of these work as sentences on their own. So we have I will wait, we have we'll see what happens. Both of those work as sentences on their own, so we'll put a comma right before our coordinating conjunction. So we'll put it before and in this case. You can still sign up, but not for much longer. Here we have the word but. So this is the B in FANBOYS. We have you can still sign up. That works as a sentence on its own. Not for much longer, it does not work as a sentence on its own though, so for this one we do not need a comma. Whoops. This last one, we would see our coordinating conjunction. So it's the S in FANBOYS. We have I lost my homework and I got a 0. Both of those work as sentences on their own, so we'll put a comma before the word so. For rule number 2, you're going to look at the beginning of the sentence. There's going to be a little bit that you could take out before you get to the main part of the sentence. So a lot of times it's best just to go one word at a time and try to read it aloud and see if you have a sentence yet. So for this one, I'd cut out instead and read, of stopping for an hour, I just want to keep driving. Stopping for an hour, I just want to keep driving. For an hour, I just want to keep driving. That almost makes sense. So I would understand somebody kind of getting tripped up here. But for an hour is still tied to this. So an hour, I just want to keep driving. Hour, I just want to keep driving. Here, I just want to keep driving is the main part of the sentence we have. So it's actually going to come after hour, although I would understand somebody struggling and stopping here. For an hour is really closely tied to the word stopping though, so we're not going to separate that with a comma. Finally, they are going to start. This one throws a lot of people off because it's only one word that you need to get rid of, because already we're at they are going to start, so it's after the word finally. Without this, nothing will work. Here we would just have this nothing will work. That doesn't make sense. But nothing will work works all on its own, so it's after the phrase without this that we put our comma. Oops. For comma rule number 3, you're going to be looking for items that could be taken out of the sentence. Usually they're going to just give you an extra description of a person or a thing right after it. This is also the comma, we also have comma rule number 4 tied into this. So that's the comma rule that says if it uses the word that, like down here, that's a signal to you that you are not going to need a comma, because it means that those are always essential, they're always needed for the sentence. So here we have Kurt, his best friend, came with us. His best friend means the same person as Kurt. So this could be taken out of the sentence without changing the meaning. And you always want to put the commas around the second one that comes up. So if it had instead said, his best friend Kurt came with us, we would indeed put them around Kurt. But since his best friend comes second, we're going to put the commas around that part of the sentence. So the correct answer is around his best friend. You'd have a comma here before it and a comma here after it. The homework that I did is still at home. This one has the word that, which means that I did, although some people might be tempted to say, oh, I could take that out, is essential and you cannot take it out of the sentence. So you do not use a comma. I've read his book, American Born Chinese, for class. Here, a lot of people see American Born Chinese means the same thing as book. The issue with this one, though, is that if we take out American Born Chinese, we would just have left, I've read his book for class. And we have no idea what book we are actually talking about. So since this is a specific title and there are a lot of different things that book could refer to, we still need this here. Just like in earlier examples, we saw things like, I saw the movie Ghostbusters last night. You would not put commas around Ghostbusters, because if you took that out, it would just say, I saw the movie last night, which doesn't make any sense at all. Comma rule number 5 deals with lists. So if you have a list of 3 or more items, you're going to put commas between the items in your list. So here it says I stopped what I was doing, called you, and drove here right away. So there are 3 things. So the first break is after doing, the second one is after you and before the word and. There'll always be one before the word and. So we put one after doing and after you. Jim, Karen, and Rhea hung out after school. We have 3 people, Jim, Karen, and Rhea. So we're going to put commas between each item. So we'll put one between Jim and Karen, and we'll put one between Karen and the word and. I need carrots and broccoli. Now we only have 2 items on our list, carrots and broccoli. So since there are only 2 items in the list, we do not need a comma. Kim is a funny, interesting person. Rule number 6 deals with descriptions or adjectives that come right next to each other. So here we have funny and interesting, both describing person. To figure out if we need a comma, we need to think about whether or not the word and makes sense right there. So could we say Kim is a funny and interesting person? We could, so we will put a comma right there after funny. Okay. Be careful not to put an extra comma here between the last adjective and the noun that it's actually describing. That would be a mistake. Charlotte lost her favorite blue dress. Now we have favorite and blue both referring to the dress. You could even maybe tie in the word her. But you could not say Charlotte lost her favorite and blue dress. That doesn't make any sense at all. So in this case, there would be no comma because we couldn't use the word and there. I saw that new action movie. Here we have new and action, both describing the movie. But once again, if you tried to say, I saw that new and action movie, it would sound really bizarre. So we do not use a comma. I wanted a blue one, not a green one. Rule number 7 deals with items that are added to the end of a sentence. So sometimes there are extra things saying like not this one. Sometimes there are questions, which we'll see in the second example. And sometimes there are extra descriptions, which we'll see in the third example. But this first one, I wanted a blue one, is the main part of the sentence. We have not a green one added on to the end. If we look at what we have left, I wanted a blue one would work as a sentence all on its own. This is where we break up our sentence. So between one and not, so after one, we would put a comma. This one has a question added to the end, so this is easy, isn't that right? This is our question that's added to the end of the main sentence. This is easy. So we're going to put a comma after easy before isn't. Everything about the day was perfect, almost too perfect. Here we have an extra description or an extra thought added to the end of the main sentence, or the main part of the sentence, which is everything about the day was perfect. So we're going to put a comma after the first time perfect is used, which is right here. As long as I fixed all those ones where I clicked out of the right answer, it should show that I got them all right. Yep, 18 out of 18. So hopefully that clarifies some of the ones that you missed. If you still have questions, definitely talk to me. And now you should be ready to move on to the new comma rules for today.